The world as I see it. I woke up one day and I could see everything very clearly in my mind. In my heart, I felt everything and my soul knew, whereas before I was blinded by the innocence of an ignorance I chose to ignore. And as I walked past the decaying stench left by the pile of rotting remains of humanity that was buried alive and burned at the stake, I felt a sharp pain as I was hit on the head, knocked to the ground, and I had been kidnapped by the dark ones whom they will sometimes call the darkness, the lonely or depression. Then blindfolded by the insanity within my own mind, hands tied, bound up like our family court hall justice system, handcuffed and restrained by the memories of my painful past, repeatedly raped over and over brutally, with no sense of civility, let alone any kind of humanity, by those savages known as sorrow and regret, as they took turns laughing at me, with huge amounts of guilt shoved down my throat as I began to gag and choke, vomiting up its disgusting load all over me again and again, pounding me without any kind of mercy, screaming so much profanity, calling me names, causing me shame, reminding me of my own sins of adultery and the perverse thoughts that flow through my mind that are coming from those demons who live inside of me, fed by an incurable infectious disease that has taken full control of me. One who gets pleasure of sexual deviant form called addiction that has made me what they would call an addict, or better yet, a glorified junkie pushing all the evils of this world through my veins, pumping out the blame to those I'm around, driving around town, preaching a certain kind of righteous hypocrisy of a religious philosophy, while writing down all the words of an insane ideology containing the code of a mindless technology that has created the basis of a government corrupted while drowning in the lies of bureaucracy, where the truth is a lie, and the lie is the God's honest truth, where the innocent are hung by the guilty, and the guilty are the ones running our country. Creating wars that mean nothing over greed, killing everything for the blood of the dead and dying, these things called oil, while raping the earth of all it has, murdering its birth, destroying its past, listening to the screams as it dies every day. Through the falsehood of the lies about global warming, getting colder every morning, through the fires that are so burning, and the ground that continues churning until the spinning no longer spins out of control.